And have you ever heard the song Love Sometimes Just Ain't Enough? Right. If you pair yourself with a person and you stay together simply because you got legally married, right, that don't mean you're with the right person. No, it don't. No, it don't. You chose by chemical romance, right, the person you're with. And you chose to stay with that person because you read in the Bible somewhere where Jesus talks about marriage and says you commit adultery when you sin outside of your marriage. But if you're choosing your partner, that's adultery as well. See, in Eden, Adam and Eve were made from one another. And if they had children, right, in Eden, right, which Moses didn't say they did or didn't, right, though they did marry at the end of chapter 2, right. They became one flesh, idiot. We know what that means. Sex. Oh, no. They knew they were naked after they had sex with the tree of knowledge of good and evil, too. Right. Adam knew his wife Eve again. Right. After the sin in Eden. Right. They had sex again. They had sex at the end of chapter 2 in day 6. And then in day 7, right, however long later, after naming the animals too, right? How long do you think it would take Adam to name every animal on the planet? Long time. That's part of his test, to prove you could have dominion over them. Right? Now, by giving us dominion over them, though, that's why we seek dominion over each other, right? When we're equal. See, we're all men. We're all women. We all have the same intellect. We can all learn or not learn. You can easily stubbornly refuse to learn something, right? That's the whole point. God can't make you, even itself, if it was to become human, understand what it's talking about. Now, some people talk about the ant, and the only way you can know an ant is to become an ant, right? That's true. That's true. The way they work is complex, right? Same with the bee, right? The bees have a communication system inside the hive where they can tell you where the flower is at, and the other bees where the flowers are at, right? And things like that we don't even understand, right? We just see them doing weird little things in the hive, right? And it's to communicate to the other bees where the flowers are, right? And they know what they mean, right? But we don't know what they mean. We don't understand it, right? See, there's things we can't understand because we're not a bee, right? But there's things they understand because they're not human, right? Right. And that's the point too. We don't know everything. Yet a lot of you act stubborn like you do. Like I said, I had to read this, the Gnostic Gospels, which was destroyed by Constantine in the Catholic Church for 200 years. It took them 200 years to wipe out all the copies, except for one that was hidden in Nag Hammadi, right? And that copy still survives till today, right? That's why we got the Gnostic Gospels today, right? Now, this is the real history of the church, though. The Orthodox were more Old Testament, David-like. They would sooner kill him that pisses against the wall, too, if they were an enemy, too, right? But that only means you're going to die of your own sin, right? Because you're wanting to murder an enemy who's just as human as you are. But was not taught Jehovah or Yahuwah or whoever, right? Yahweh or whatever you want to call God, right? You don't know its real name anyway. They're not telling you, right? Though, look at the name Moses and Eliyahu and Sar and Sarad, you might can figure it out. and Deborah. No. Mm-hmm. Or Hannah. Mm-hmm. These are feminine names. But I've even seen a man with a feminine name. Right. Hmm. And a woman, Abigail, means father of joy. Mm-hmm. Her name means father of joy. Now, what does that mean, though? Mm-hmm. Her real name is Joy. Her dad is the father of joy. But her name is Abigail. Mm-hmm. Abby means father. You might could even say, Father, my joy. Mm-hmm. Or my joy, my father, joy. Technically, Abby, means my father. My father. Joy. Gail means